Usually these are played with a keyboard and mouse, or even sometimes a controller. But the optimal setup for Black Desert Online? Bottle of lotion and a box of tissues. There's a reason.
Stop it! Stop, bro! It's toilet paper. Tissues get overwhelming after a while. And toilet paper's a lot cheaper. How bangable is your favorite MMO? Tier list 2. Well, my MMO is nothing but bangers. So I'm just going to go ahead and say that BDO is just S tier. Okay. When compared to the other MMOs. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's going to be one of these videos. Okay, all right. What the
Backed by unpopular demand and purely for research purposes. Let's help you.
What? Wait. What the is that thing, bro? What the Are you winning, son? Oh my god.
Let's help you figure out, in a poorly disguised attempt to try and teach you something about MMORPG art styles, which one of these massively multiplayer games is the place where you, personally, should be shoving your dick. So let's get on to ranking a few more of these games today, and the only standard—
Why is Destiny 2 even on this list? What the f are you jacking off to? The Hive? What's going on?
that matters anymore in the modern age. Bangability.
Mara Sov? Okay, that's fair. But that's it, bro. Aside from Mara, there ain't nothing. Don't tell me that bald bitch is worth it. Never mind.
Let's start today off strong with a real winner. Black Desert Online. A game that...
Just an automatic win. Guys, we just take W's. We just farm W's, guys.
It's just so graphically precise that
there is no way he just zoomed in on the witch's crotch, bro. That's insane.
people battle to make it past the character creation screen. Being completely honest with you, I'm not even sure that there is a game once you're done creating your own personal snoo king or queen. I mean, what is even...
Jesus, that's so base. What the... I mean, honestly, I just know that other people can do it for me better, so I just use all their work and then pretend it's mine. I don't know about you guys. I just go to like the presets. I just pick the hottest one. I mean, the one that says the most political correctness.
The point of this game, if once you're past the screen, everything is in third-person view and you don't even get to see the finer details of everyone's big-budget personalities.
That's crazy. In fairness, who is not zoomed in on their character all the time when they're in town? You know what I mean? Like if this is just half of the content, I could just sit here like this and acquire viewers. It's literally just that good. Did he say personalities? No.
View and you don't even get to see the finer details of everyone's big budget personalities. Wait.
He said personalities. He said personalities.
Hold on. Never mind. This game lets you zoom all the way in because they knew exactly what you were here for. On a less serious note, once you've developed a severe case of carpal tunnel and require a break, you can actually play this game and find out what the rest of the visuals and cutscenes look like. Art style wise, built for big...
And the first character you meet is another biddy. The first character you meet is another biddy, bro.
Black Desert Online rides the fine line between something looking realistic and something looking stylized, and somehow manages to pull that off. Is it somewhat Eastern MMO?
What the f is going on? That's not us, right? That's not a Berserker. That's Final Fantasy. Yeah, that's great. What the f is going on over here? I don't even want to know. Just
generic the same way Final Fantasy 16 is? Yes, but not nearly to the same extent. Now you could put this down to the engine or the age of the game, but none of that really matters. Because I'd bet money that there are more players out there willing to die suffocating between these thighs rather than these ones.
Yikes! He's right though about that first bit though.
Players out there willing to die suffocating between these thighs.
I still think that the way to buff Mystic appropriately, guys, is like, she's missing a lot of things in her kit, but I sincerely think that if her grab was changed to have her jump up into your head and wrap her legs around your head and then spin you to the ground, I think that the class would improve dramatically. You know, I think that most of the problems with the class just evaporate. Like, people will just run at you and ask to be grabbed.
Rather than these ones. I hope. Burnt out dopamine receptors online here stands out as the pinnacle of not only what should be the default for any future MMO character creator,
all
but
three
also
of them. Yeah, no, you got to go up, sideways, okay, and out with those, okay, and out. All right, you miss one of them, they look like torpedo titties.
How to design a world that matches the mildly over-stylized looks of each and every outfit your character gets to wear while playing the game. This is a game that knows how to tie the idea of a fantasy-driven world directly.
Hey, you stay away from Eileen, she's mine. Well, actually, that's technically Notes. This is Notes' honey. He's been in love with her for 7 years. Okay? He doesn't know that she's not real. But her sister, actually, my honey's a Furia. Her name's Furia in Portafuria. No one go near her. She's mine. Understand? I've been waving at that bitch for the last 4 years. I still don't have enough amity with her.
Directly into beautiful graphics where no effort has been spared when it comes to dealing with armor, characters, creatures, objects, spell effects, and most importantly, the oversized fantasy.
What the? Garnier, how did you make it into this video?
Driven. There's a reason why if you go onto any Black Desert Online forum, there are no players arguing about the visuals of the game. Only maybe who might have the hotter character model. And that might...
That's why there's 2 Dark Knight servers. God. So true. That's also why we have 2 Reddits.
Because most of the player base are just simply too drained from trying to play this game one-handed, while their other arm is just in a constant state of extreme hypertrophy. But the best part about this game is that you get to pick just how good or smudged the game looks with just the simple change of a few options in the settings menu. And better yet, the system requirements for looking good in this game aren't stupidly unreasonable, meaning that
well,
even if you can't run this game at the most hyper-detailed levels imaginable, the game is still going to be gently tickling and caressing those 2 wet, sopping orbs that you call eyeballs. And this holds especially true if you're playing the remastered version of the game. There is so much in this game to just visually enjoy that even your grandma would be gushing over it. There's
Jesus Christ, dude, we haven't even gotten to the second game yet, guys. We have legitimately not even gotten to the second game. Like, oh my god, I just want to post. Hold on, I have just one thing to say. He's nailing it, bro. He's nailing it.
Fluid animations, weather effects, a day-night cycle, the skybox that keeps tickling your box, and what's real up is that I should probably be complaining to you that there's a lack of variety when it comes to character models and races in this game. But it doesn't even matter that much just because of how fantastically physics-based all the existing character models that you get to interact with are, even if not all of them are playable. I mean, sure, of the bangable races, there's only humans, pointy-eared fleshlights, dwarves, and different variations.
Hold up, what are you doing with that dwarf? What, back up? No. Get the f out. What the f are you thinking right now?
On wrestling legend Andre the Giant. But if we put your disgusting little prejudices aside for a second, there's also body painting Twitch streamer
oh, Jesus Christ, bro.
enthusiast goblins, dear people with a similar number.
God damn it, do I look like Fugar, man? Bro, when Neptune's called me a Fugar looking, I didn't actually see it until that moment. Oh, Jesus. Oh, the worst part's the smile, bro. The smile's the worst. It's a polygon, man. It's a drinking cup of a smile, man.
Of chromosomes to your average furry, and both have a unique set of handlebars for you to hold on to if you're brave enough and drunk enough to try your luck. And aside from that, there's definitely no other races.
I love the police noises. Holy shit, the police noises go so hard.
Worth mentioning. What ultimately makes Big Dickings Online here so different to other MMOs in the genre is that usually these are played with a keyboard and mouse, or even sometimes a controller. But the optimal setup for Black Desert Online? Bottle of lotion and a box of tissues. There's a reason.
Stop it! Stop, bro! It's toilet paper. Tissues get overwhelming after a while. And toilet paper's a lot cheaper.
Why 9 years later, there are still people out there ejaculating more than just comments over how good this game looks. And as such, this MMO earns my highest rating of beating my meat like it owes me rent money.
Bro, sorry, Ross. I'm just, at that moment, all the over-sexualization of characters and then beating my beat like it owes me rent money. I just think back to all the people in my comment section who are like, Blue, you're so sexist. You objectify your witch in your Dark Knight. It's brutal. Women everywhere suffer less because shh. There's boobs on the screen. Hush now, child. I like.
Please help. My one arm is starting to look a lot bigger than the other. But moving on from
Trendemir, is
that
that
one
you?
MMO that doesn't need to try to that one that's trying too hard. This next one likes to
I think Lost Ark also deserves a high ranking. We all know why.
pull what I like to call the Todd Howard special on you. Everything about Elder Scrolls Online is one giant tease. I mean, you're looking at the cinematics, you haven't.
True though, the cinematics, you got some super hot dime piece biddy in the cinematics, then you get into some polygraph Minecraft quality shit, bro.
Haven't played the game yet, and your corresponding salami stick or fap flaps are probably halfway out your jorts like your name is I Show Meat on stream. And then the makeup comes off.
16 times the detail.
This one...
That edit is so hard! The Fallout 76 edit is so good.
The MMO out there that keeps saying things like, tee-hee, I'm not like the other MMOs, and autistically speaking even. You're damn right she's not. She's much worse. But she...
You know the funniest thing I ever saw Vebe do? I know this is like super random, but it's because this
autistic.
It's because this little thing popped up. Vebe has an add-on for her VTube avatar that just says, please be patient, I'm a woman. It's beautiful. I thought it was probably one of the best. Like, bro, I love how she makes. That's what I like about Bebe, is she just makes fun of herself, right? God, dude, in an age of feminism and all this other shit, bro, she's all about that comedy, bro. I love that shit.
Speaking even. You're damn right she's not. She's much worse. But she isn't the worst. ESO's big problem is that she's got a whole family who just look better than her. And she just keeps trying so goddamn hard to keep up instead of just going off and doing her own thing. This game took the lusty Argonian maid and...
What's going on with that? What's going on? Guys, am I supposed to be attracted to that? I'm confused. What's happening? Anybody with a looking emote right now needs Jesus. Exclamation point Jesus. Ask for Deborah. If it's after 6 p.m. your time, ask for Pete. He's good.
Turned her into the crusty Argonian.
It's not my proudest fap, guys, but...
Made. Visually speaking, this game is even upsetting to most vegans because the Spriggans aren't nearly as thick as they were in Skyrim. And honestly, most of the character models look like what happens when you leave your own Play-Doh sculpted sex doll in the oven too long while warming it up. In exchange though, the high elves do look a little bit less like highly Habsburged elves. So there's some good in there with all of that bad. And you've at least got to give them bonus points for variety. Everything is mostly humanoid.
No,
and
you don't get any points for furry variety.
Compatible with your own junk. Just make sure you bring a paper bag with you and you should be fine. Then
It's
again,
actually
this game
worse with the
does have
Beppo gun.
plants that definitely...
Stop. No, you're not going to say that. No, you are not. I will never be able to play this game if you compare that to what I think you're about to compare it to. Like,
bear no resemblance to your ex. And there is the exact...
That was even worse, bro. That was even worse.
Existence of big titty sea ghost GF that you've been wanting for Christmas since you hit puberty. That is assuming that you don't mind that the body's already gone cold. But if you are an ESO player, you're very likely used to playing with dead things. But where ESO fails in its character models, it makes up for it in its themes, landscapes, and environments. I mean, hell, ZeniMax was even brave enough to make an entire landscape filled with gigantic cocks for you to play around in. Because they know exactly what their players are into.
Those are mushrooms.
To the cash shop and getting absolutely fucked. But there is something a little more that ESO
No, you're thinking of Black Desert.
is doing here that you don't find in other MMOs. Its visuals don't just set a theme, but they set an atmosphere. You can't help but feel that you're there, wherever there is in-game. It's pretty easy to get deeply immersed and get in the mood to lose yourself in the environments. Whether that be a musty wooden cabin or the city of solitude where that one giant hole is just waiting to be filled. ESO is that game that's leading you to the bedroom with a trail of rose petals across the floor. It's dimming the lights. It's getting the candles out. It's burning a little in.
Do I even want to rewind it to read what that jar just said? What the is going on over here?
Incense. It gets you with just the right ambient soundtrack that makes you feel like you can unequip those pants you're wearing. And right before you're about to click drag those pants off yourself, the most fuck ugly character model busts through the door and eliminates any magic that you may have had left
That's a he, him, guys. Don't be fooled. Adam's apple like the prow of a ship.
in your wabberjack. There's a lot to enjoy about ESO visually, but also a lot to be horrified by. So to say that it's a mixed bag is a severe understatement. Its big issue is that everything pretty is in the background and everything hideous is right there in your face all the time. See, Elder Scrolls...
That's because when you get... It's like that woman you're looking at from like across the bar. It's like, oh, she's like super hot. And then you get close and you're like, never mind. You know what I mean? It's just like that with ESO.
Online is a game that I would just usually put down here in my floppy jalopy category and just carry on with my day. But ultimately what saves it from that is the levels of character customization where theoretically you can attempt to not make a man-made horror beyond everyone's comprehension, the overall
Why is he bald?
scale and the beauty of the world itself, and the wide range of variety that the game gives you without
It's a
having to
fantasy
rely
game.
on putting theoretically not children into the game as a playable race. So we're gonna move it up to semi, but that's only
Semi. What tier level is it in? Semi. Oh,
because
God.
Vivek has the most detailed feat I have ever seen in any MMO.
Y'all have disabilities, man. I'm telling you. It's like there's help available for you.
Ever. Finally, today we've got the yin to ESO's Wang to talk about. The game responsible for my recent downward mental spiral and resultant eye stroke a few months back. Did you know eyeballs could do that? Because I didn't. Guild Wars 2. A game that has no problem
That's the
reminding
game I'm
you
thinking
that
about
once
trying.
upon a time, game developers actually had to know mathematical equations in order to shape a good pair of knockers in game. But unfortunately, they dropped
Wait, that's actually true. I didn't never think about that. Wait, those actually had to do math equations. Actual men had to do math equations to make boobs that looked realistic and not just triangles.
dropped the ball when it came to the corresponding frog eye bulge. I know, it's rather sexist of them to ignore men like that, unless
True.
your personal headcanon
Hurlibus would
is
never.
that every male in the game is packing a missing pair of testicles and a micro penis, but that's just the way it is. And
Ooh! God, I'm glad I'm not a big YouTube. Jesus, bro. Asmon's catching splash damage. Holy shit!
Come to think of it, that may just be representative of anyone who works at NCSoft. For the most part though, Guild Wars 2 has some pretty saucy visuals despite her graphical age and obvious wrinkles. Thanks to the game's fairly wide range of customizability within its character creator, its wide assortment of character races from absolutely horrifying to absolutely hornifying, and its strong emphasis on theme colors which help distinguish one pair of clappable cheeks from another. And all of this variety is where it shines brightest. See, it doesn't really matter in Guild Wars 2 if you're looking for something vanilla, something degenerate, or just a quick salad tossing. Guild Wars 2
Did he just say Guild Wars 2? You know, it's actually incredible how many plays on words he's been able to make with all the MMO. This is insane. This is talent. You know what I mean?
Has you covered. Artistically, if other MMOs out there are an attempt at a Renaissance painting or stylization that's very unique, then Guild Wars 2 is unashamedly carving the world's biggest pair of boobs or the veiniest wiener you've ever seen into a wooden school desk. It's all broad strokes and bright color, and somehow they managed to make it work. And whether you're looking at the world, the colors, or the suspiciously shaped objects in game, but it's trying to visually tell you a story about the world you're surrounded in. Much like the stains and holes on a well-used pair of underwear, it may not be the greatest thing in the world to look at, but you can tell that there's definitely something unique that's happened here. And it's all topped off pretty nicely with some landscapes and locations that may not fully set the mood, but at least do enough to end up being memorable as long as you're short-sighted or turned on by sharp angles. Attention to up-close detail is not the name.
Those polygons go crazy, though. Some of those polygons go literally crazy.
Of the game when it comes to Guild Wars 2. It's all about the bigger picture in the same way that a single pixel can't express the true size of your homework folder hidden away on your PC. And even though I did just say that the visuals are memorable, it's...
You guys name your folder homework? I've got like Untitled Folder 2 and horse porn. That way, if anyone ever opens my laptop, they see like a 1.4 terabyte file of horse porn. It's got my VODs in it from Twitch. Just thought I'd be funny. Because then they're going to click on Untitled Folder and actually find my normal porn. It's the mind games.
Not because they look nice, but rather because just like that guy or girl that you might know with a mild weight problem, the very
If I got on my scale and that said fat, I'd be pissed.
Landscape itself is something that you can mount, climb, and ride for your own personal enjoyment. And it doesn't even matter that much that they've been groped and manhandled by 1,000 different players before you, because now it's your turn. And you're gonna get yours. What I'm trying to say to you is that Great Wank 2 is much like riding a fat person, or a moped, or a fat person on a moped. See, the art style here is an expression of a player's interaction with a less than pretty...
Are you saying that you're gonna regret it after playing it, or what's going on?
World, instead of just looking at a much prettier world locked away behind an invisible wall. And that might be something special, but it also doesn't mean that they're not gonna roll over in the middle of the night and start suffocating you with a little bit too much artistic interaction.
I remember that video.
Guild Wars 2 is like that girl or guy who went to McDonald's, got a burger, and it just so happened that there was a burn mark in the shape of Jesus on the buns. They've definitely got a story to tell you, but they're sure as shit not sprinting home to tell it to you.
I know what you're already going to say in the comment section, guys. And I don't care about fat people. All right? They're all going to be dead in 20 years anyway. All right? Being fat is not something that you celebrate. Okay? There's a reason that we've shunned it for many years. Okay? You are going to be dead before you're 60, sweetie pumpkin, unless you change your ways. It's not attractive. It's not cool. You shouldn't be comfortable with your body. Okay? You're gonna die much sooner. And you need to be less fat. We're gonna keep shaming you for it.
As such, Guild Wars 2 is...
My chat shames me for being fat every single day. That's why I started working out. That's why I love my chat.
Kind of like Vanilla WoW,
care about me.
Deserves a spot right here at Half Chub. They're a little old, they're a little busted up, outdated.
Oh God!
When they want to, Man, can they suck a mean dick. And those are the 3 MMOs I wanted to cover today. But before you go running off to crack open a fresh bottle of lotion for nothing else except those under-moisturized hands of yours, this time around we're adding in an honorable mention. This part of the list goes to games that aren't quite MMORPGs, but kind of always.
Wait, what do you mean Lost Ark's not quite an MMORPG? What? Jesus. Didn't even make the list, chat. That Lost Ark's just under BDO. I think it's like BDO and then Lost Ark's like here. Based on the shit that I don't even know how to say his AHT sends to me like literally every week.
End up falling into the same category because they're just...
Who's that really hot boss in Lost Ark? Yeah, that one. Yeah, Lost Ark's up there, bro.
So similar. And this time around it goes to Warframe, Destiny 2's older, hotter sister who just refuses to stop walking around the house in skin-tight yoga pants whenever you come to visit. This is the...
Oh god. Holy shit. As a Destiny 2 fanatic, I'm walking down the street with my Destiny 2 girlfriend. That's the hot bitch walking by me, bro.
Kind of game that when you spank it, it spanks you back and leaves you thinking about spanking it all the way home. You know how earlier I said that ESO is just a
I'll give you $50 if you can tell me what color her outfit was.
massive Todd tease?
Not really though.
Because the cinematics are beautiful, but the gameplay just doesn't match up to that. Well, Warframe took that concept and answered the question, what if the cinematics matched the gameplay? And in a rather unique twist, Warframe took the concept of sex robots and made everything into a sex robot. See, you're a person inside a sex robot who lives in a space factory that manufactures personalized sex robots to attack other feral sex robots with a sex robot that fires penetrating rounds or straight up attempts to pound the other sex robots harder than they can pound you. But this video is about art styles and visuals, not gameplay, so let's stay on track. And what makes Warframe so unique is that it knows exactly what it wants.
Bro, why the fuck he's got Uranus right next to his head, bro? Insane.
Wants to be.
That was calculated.
Sticks to its cyber techno space art style and makes no excuses about it. There's lens flares everywhere, that super smooth futuristic feel, and I bet that the Warframes themselves have that self-cleaning function for when you're done with them. This game also takes variety to a whole...
I never really thought Warframe was all that hot, except that like their ass is hanging out in some of the skins.
New level by blending organic art styles with futuristic fantasy tech. They could give 2B a run for her money if they just had skin and a face. I could tell you about the visual settings and the variety amongst the different planets you visit, the neat little details placed not just in the character models but in the environments itself, right down to the UI components. But it all boils down to this. Warforeskin knows exactly what it is and knows exactly what it wants to be.
Man, maybe I need to play Warframe, bro.
Its art style reflects that perfectly. And shockingly enough, and proving that it can be done, there's been little to no sacrifice in the gameplay or the story just to look this good. And so with that being said, and me not neglecting the existence of giant techno sky penis, Warframe deserves a spot right up here in the Engorger cat.
What? Is it... Are the women in Warframe that hot? Wait, what? You're next to Final Fantasy?
Category. Only falling short of making me beat my meat like it owes me rent on
Where's First Descendant at, boys? Because we're putting that in with the Black Desert, right?
2 accounts. Warframe does one art style and does it right. But what that also means is that artistic variety and expression are not something you're going to see across.
Search up Lotus. Lotus. Warframe. Images. Why are they all hidden? This image is hidden due to safe search and may contain explicit content. What the f? Alright, I'll pick one of the more tame ones. Jesus.
Google Ember Heirloom.
You can't even see her face. Nah, f it, who cares? Ember heirloom skin Warframe.
Across this game. And there's no denying that this is way more limited than what you would find in most other MMOs out there. And if you disagree or you're struggling to understand what I mean, then just play a little bit of Fashion Frame. It does all look great and incredible no matter what you do, but no matter what you do, your Warframe will always have the same visual feel behind it. This is a one-note art style game, but my god does it play that note well. And the second reason that it's only an engorger,
There's some thick
and I'm
thighs.
talking directly now to the devs, is you could have made
He fucking...
these Warframes thicker. As always, big thank to my subscribers, both old and new. And a special thank to the horny police who let me out of the porno prison on bail early this month. While
Holy f***, this has 1k upvotes and 3 downvotes. Guys, here you go. There's the video. Go subscribe to this guy. That shit was peak. That was super good. That was super, super good. I'm surprised he didn't talk about Lost Ark anywhere, though. I'm stunned he didn't talk... Oh. I forgot. We were getting in the mood to watch the video, guys. Yeah, that's my bad.